Going into the last tournament before Big Ten championships in a couple weeks, what are you trying to get out of this personally?
I just trying to prepare a little better. Last week I struggled a lot at tee to green, and my short game was great, but just got to prepare a little better at tee to green, and I'm going to do well, I think.
Having played on this course last year and having some success on it, what do you remember from it, and what can you get better from last year?
Controlling your ball is critical around there. There's a lot of places, well, every hole gives you a chance to miss it. There's one side where you can get away and it's a good opportunity up and down, and the other side is no-go. So just control my golf ball and approach shots, and then I can short game it from there.
From the rest of the team, what do you need to get out of the other part of the lineup in order to be successful?
I think we just need consistency throughout. We need 5 guys that are all going to count and 5 guys to play well and be consistent. If we keep playing with 4 guys, it's hard to compete at a high level.
With some other Big Ten schools in this event, how important is it to kind of see where you guys match up against them?
It's good to see how everyone's been playing. I mean, the weather's been pretty bad in the Midwest for everyone, so a lot of Big Ten teams have been struggling, but now we've all had a few weeks to prepare, and I think everyone's going to start playing better and come together. So it's good to see how everyone's getting on and catch up with some people.
Obviously, we need a little momentum. That was a rough week for us. Had some things off the course that didn't help us, and our attitudes were bad, which they all know. They've all apologized for. We're moving on. I think it's certainly hard to come out and practice in 40 degrees and raining and wind every day and then go play in it again, and we didn't handle ourselves like we're supposed to. But right now, as you can see, we're getting some good prep in, and this will be kind of our springboard to Big Tens.
With the play of Dan Ellis last week, kind of playing better than he has been so far this spring, and the way that Mosley's been playing, how does that help to have 2 solid people on top of your lineup?
Yeah, those 2 guys, I mean, Dan qualified for the NCAA tournament last year. Looks like Matt is in good shape to qualify this year. 2 guys who have played at a very high level. We ever get them going in the same week, that's real powerful for us. We need some lower scores at the top of the lineup. And the other 3 guys, to be honest, have been close. Mitch has had a good spring until last week, and I expect him to be back on track this week. And Dave, coming off a top 15 finish at Big Tens last year, he knows how to do this. And Carson's steady Eddie. So I like this team. I like how they can play if their attitudes and their prep are ready.
With 3 guys who have played on this course last year, how much is that going to help them in preparing and also just helping the other 2 guys who haven't played?
Sure. Well, Carson's really the only newcomer since he hasn't been there. Mitch, growing up in Indiana, has played there a lot, very familiar with the golf course. And it's a whole bunch like Eagle Eye up the street. So we've seen a lot of the shots, same kind of par 3s. And it's a lot like French Lick. So it's really a demanding golf course. And if the wind blows, the scores are going to be high. But it was good prep for us.
And facing 4 other Big Ten schools for the second week in a row, how important is that just to kind of see where you guys measure up?
Yeah, obviously last week we didn't do what we were supposed to against some opponents that we see at Big Tens. I think it's more about right now, can we put together some consistent efforts upstairs and some consistent efforts around the greens. And I think the position against other Big Ten teams will come out looking good for us.